from Reddit user, We Sail the Hardships.
Classy.
Nice. Yeah, harmonious. Years ago, when I was 8, my family lived in a big weird house, kind of on the edge of a small town. The school district was in the middle of a big restructuring, so even though we were a couple of grades apart, my brother and I went to different schools and took different buses. This left me as the last person to leave in the morning and the first person to get home in the afternoon, which meant it was my job to make sure all the lights were off and the door was locked.
Spooky.
One morning, I noticed the basement door was open and the light was on, so before I left, I turned off the light and closed the door. When I got home that afternoon, the light was on and the door was open again. I just assumed that I'd forgotten to actually take care of it when I noticed it in the morning, so I went over to turn off the light and closed the door. When I got to the top of the basement stairs, I looked, and there was a big, shadowy male figure towards the bottom of the staircase. I freaked out, slammed the door, and pushed a bunch of boxes against it and went away and hid in my closet. For months, I didn't tell my family because I was positive that what I had seen was a ghost, and I didn't think anyone would believe me. Then, about a year after the incident, my mom and her boyfriend realized that small amounts of money had been going missing for months, totaling around $800 to $900, but never more than $60 at once. So we all walked around the house with flashlights trying to figure out how they could have gotten in. Turns out some creep was climbing in through a small hole outside of the house, shimmying through a crawl space, then coming up into the house through the basement. Realizing I had been alone in the house with him on at least one occasion was one of the worst, most terrifying moments I've ever had.
That's pretty creepy. But
right?
So that would have to be like a homeless person, right? Probably like a homeless guy? Or do you think it's just a creep that every once in a while would come into their house and steal money?
I think it was a smart guy.
Well, that's a twist.
Because he got away with it for so long, and the one person that saw him thought he was like a ghost.
There was another story on Radio Rental about a gal that, same thing, like stuff had been going missing in their house, and they always felt like there was something in the walls, and then found out somebody was living within their walls.
Yeah, you hear stories like that, and how can you ever be safe again or feel safe? You're just like,
I know in your
any
home, because
noise,
like your home, you try to create like your safe space, like.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
chills. So even though that wasn't like a mystery or something totally horrifying, I just found that creepy. Just to like know that you were being
creepy.
Watched and full body chills.
Not everything that is freaky deaky is paranormal.
Yeah.
Like sometimes,
right?
Normal
sometimes
stuff
the
is
real
scarier.
people are more terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
like
that is a lot more terrifying than a ghost.
Yeah,
that's
to
like
me.
That Scooby-Doo thread that was going around. It was saying that, Scooby-Doo always showed us that the real monsters were people.
It was us.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
the whole time.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that is pretty creepy. Anytime have you ever seen those videos that come out on like social media where people have like cameras inside their house and you see like someone crawl down from the fucking like attic or something like that out of the go ahead and right in the
It was not even near the mic.
I did you hear it really loud or is it just in mine? Because I might have
it was loud.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see, she just read you out. This is not how you want to treat nicotine-free Scott. All right.
Yeah. Take another candy,
Start
Scott.
throwing candies across the room. No, it's
you guys have been eating candy the whole time. The 2 times I eat candy, I get yelled at.
We're quiet about it.
We're like super incognito about it over here. Like,
I was like almost to the floor opening my Reese's.
Yeah, I saw the technique. It was very nice, Heather. It was.
Craning my neck away from the mic. I mean, I'm graceful. Okay.
What I was asking is, have you ever seen the video or like videos on social media of people that have like cameras inside their house and you see people crawling in from the attic or something when they're at work and like eating their food and stuff like that?
It's just terrifying. I can't.
Those live-ins are just it's a little too extreme for me. Like I would never feel comfortable.
That's why I'm too
OCD
to have like a cleaner and stuff. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not outing your profession, but there's too many creepy things you hear and people you don't know. Like,
oh yeah.
No, and I've had friends that had the Nest system in their house, and they actually had someone come on their intercom and were like, "We were watching you, give us money, this," and they hacked into their system.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you know what you do at that instance? Unplug it.
That's what they did. They got rid of it. They're like, "We're never having one." And I'm like, "We have the Ring, but I don't have anything inside my house."
Yeah.
This is Halloween.